And our reporter Nicole Atano is at that conference in Dublin, dubbed by some as Davos for geeks. Nicole, what's been going on then?
Well, hi, Mark. As you said, some of the biggest names in the internet business are here, founders of Skype, Twitter, and YouTube, and they're here meeting with some interesting Irish innovators. Now, I'm here with Dylan Collins, who is the founder of Jolt Online Gaming, which is an Irish-based company. It was recently acquired by GameStop. Dylan, now, Ireland has become a bit of a centre for gaming innovation. Why is that?
I think we have a combination of some very, very good computer science startups that have come out of Ireland, and over the last few years we've had a number of them acquired by some of the big US gaming companies. You've had others who've located here to access Europe, and with that combination you're now seeing spin-outs, you're now seeing new startups. So you have this momentum that's been developed over the last few years, externally and internally.
Now, is the fact that there are these big players in industry, how does that affect smaller players, new innovative startups? Is it a good thing that they can then be acquired by these big companies, or does that dampen the innovation or the ability of small companies to make a name for themselves?
Well, I think first and foremost, it always creates a challenge, and all the startups, and ours included, love to compete against the big guys. So first of all, it's always something to aim at. I think more and more they're becoming exits as well. So you're seeing much more acquisition, much more M&A activity, particularly in the online gaming space. And I think it's very good for the big companies to be closer to the startup scene so they can see what's going on, so they can fuel that pipeline.
And is Ireland a place particularly where you're seeing that kind of synergy between the big companies and these smaller startups?
More and more. I think it's still early days yet, because again the cluster here has been made up of some acquisitions and some multinationals actually moving in here. But more and more I think there's cooperation that's going on between the two of them, and I think you'll start to see more domestic M&A happening probably over the next 12 to 18 months.
Now, Ireland's economy has been in the news lately for all the wrong reasons. How is that going to affect your sector, and particularly the gaming industry here?
Well, the nice thing about the internet startup space in general in Ireland is that it's largely independent of any government funding. So I think any austerity measures that are implemented here, they're really not going to have any impact on the actual rate of startups that are happening here. So I think the internet startup scene and the online gaming scene in general are going to continue to grow here for the foreseeable future. It's a very, very healthy part of our economy, completely independent from banking and finance. And
just briefly, I mean, overall in the gaming industry, are you optimistic about its future growth? Is there big growth ahead? I mean, it's already been growing quite healthily.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I think overall console gaming seems to be slowing a little bit. Online gaming is without doubt the next big wave. I mean, it's growing at about 18 or 19% a year. You've got the likes of Zynga and Playdom and Gameforge growing just exponentially. And I think people want online gaming much more because it's simply much more accessible. So yes, very bullish for the future.
Great. Thank you very much. We'll be bringing you throughout the day interviews with other tech entrepreneurs here in Ireland as we follow this really high-tech meeting, some of the young founders of big internet companies that have really changed the world.
Thanks, Nicole.